name is Kyle Shaughnessy, and I am a Two-Spirit trans person. I'm of mixed Indigenous and European background, so I am Dene and Dogrib on my mother's side, and Irish on my father's side, and I am here as a student from Dalhousie University in the MSW program, and I completed my BSW at UVic in 2008. The research that brought me to the Trans Archives is my own master's research. I was wanting to expound on the knowledge that I already have of Two-Spirit history by looking at some of the archives, particularly Iona Maracle. Wanted to look at some of her work and just some of the belongings of hers that you have. And then also just furthering my master's research, which is looking at Two-Spirit education as healing work within our Indigenous communities. My experience at the Trans Archives was really interesting. I was a little bit mystified and overwhelmed, and then as I started really going through it and actually just making that physical contact with somebody's stuff, it was a pretty incredible experience. Really rich stuff like journal entries and descriptions of surgery recovery and just some of the stuff that was going on in trans communities at the time that she was coming out, first beginning her transition. Was really incredible to be able to touch base with the history of my own community like that. And it's almost like this linkage between that person and you. That's an item that they have held in their hands. Now you're actually making that physical contact with it, is actually a pretty magical experience. And I think for someone who is trans, who is Two-Spirit, to be able to have that tangible content, there's a really incredible connection that you build between yourself and that person. So being able to actually visit in person and just be in the environment and really immerse yourself in getting to know someone better is most definitely worth it. As trans folks, a lot of the time we can be really immersed in what's going on around us and what there still is to do ahead of us, that it can be easy to either forget or not pay attention to the things that have happened before us. We don't realize we've already been part of historical moments. We've already been part of protests and, events that there had to be a secret phone line to be able to get into the event. And just also knowing that some of those experiences that I've had, they're notable experiences, that there's potential that somebody else could then immerse themselves in those in the future is a really important idea. Just thank you so much for being able to bring me here, just for having this scholarship program, to even be able to visit and spend the time here, because this is not something that a lot of folks actually have the means to be able to go and do. So being able to have a scholarship, to set aside this time to come and spend here was just an absolutely incredible experience. So just a lot of gratitude. Thank you.